You can't see this anywhere. The story is just blacked out.
There are a number of reasons for it. One is that when you're looking at the big three issues right now, it is immigration, the economy, and crime. Any crime story in general getting national attention is something Democrats are going to shy away from unless it fits a very specific narrative. And one, as we see here, that fits a left-wing political violence against the right. After that speech we saw, which I am honestly still in shock about how obtuse and absurd that Joe Biden speech was, with the red lights, it was like full Mephistopheles up there. It was crazy. And yet we know that if this were different, if they switched this around, the media would be treating it very differently. And look, the problem is they have so many double standards that at a certain point, I think people on the right start to get frustrated with just, well, okay, yeah. It's so that we know, so that we mobilize, so that people actually go out there and vote on issues like crime, because you can't shame these people. We saw it with Martha's Vineyard. You see it with the media on a whole range of issues. No matter how hypocritical it may be, that is them wielding their power. So they will continue to tell the stories the way they want, to suppress stories that they don't want to talk about. And this story, obviously, is not something that fits into the narrative of right-wing violence when, Jesse, we went from months of riots in the election year of 2020, months of riots pushed by Democrats. What is the only riot that anybody ever talks about? January 6th. In the media, I mean.
Those weren't riots. Those were mostly peaceful protests.
Only if they were burning full buildings in the background or looting stores. Then they were mostly peaceful.
You know what else they don't cover? This guy's going on a machete and axe rampage. People are getting beheaded. They don't cover any of that. Guys throwing poop slingshots at store owners in Los Angeles. They don't touch that. But some guy mows a Republican down with his car in an alleyway, confesses to it, and you don't see that at all.
I just want to say, people are saying, well, this is Biden's rhetoric. There's some truth to that. You could say it's Biden's handler's rhetoric. But more broadly, this is the Democratic Party. Republicans look at what they're doing to the country on the issues we're talking about, crime, immigration, the border, everything else, and see stupidity with bad results. So what do? They look back at us with disdain. They just hate the right. And that rhetoric is much more broad than even the president of the United States right now. It's across the media and the Democratic apparatus overall. So bad stuff like this is going to happen.
I'm waiting for the CNN headline, SUV runs over teenager. Remember what they did in Waukesha?
Yeah.
These people are sick. Buck, thank you.
Good to see you, Jesse.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.